Hey everybody, good evening. I'm Stephanie Bader and I am a gold level here on the page if you haven't met me or seen me before. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm sure some of you are out on the town and you're watching this on the replay. So if you're watching this on the replay, hashtag this replay, hashtag replay, and let us know how you watch this video. If you're watching me live, comment here and let us know that you are here live watching this. But we're going to talk about this beautiful little book called I Am Fabulous. And it's by Desiree Mangendog. And I'm going to talk about one specific blend in here because I think this is a great one. Hey, Kristen, welcome. I think everybody will benefit from starting here. I attended her workshop with Patty Bayless and about a year ago, actually, now, and it was a fabulous workshop. Hey, Sue. And she really didn't teach on this book. So if you've ever had the opportunity, if you see one of her classes in the area, she doesn't really teach on this. Hey, Becky, Aunt Becky, I should be respectful. She doesn't really teach on this book. She'll highlight things on this book, but when you see her on her videos, she'll talk about this. And I guess there's a second book coming out with updated things and new blends and incorporating things like copaiba and different oils. But I want to talk about this one blend called Buh Bye Baggage. Doesn't that sound nice? We were on a call last night with Betsy Holmes, who is one of our presidential diamonds. She is a couple levels up above Annette. And I asked the question, they were talking about belief and how you can recharge and build your belief, but you have to first unpack your bags. You have to release your baggage and get rid of some of those negative thinking and some of that negative thought pattern before you can build your belief. Well, to do that, they suggested a few oils, and one of them is in here. It's called Melaleuca. But she went a little deeper, and then she suggested following some of the protocols that Desiree has. And I asked, of course, what books do you suggest we look into a little deeper? And one of them, she said, dive into that Buh Bye Baggage protocol. Start there, and then once you do that for about 2 weeks, the Buh Bye Baggage, see how you feel. Do you feel a little lighter? Do you feel like you've lost a few limiting beliefs? And do you feel like, hey, I can move on to things like Manifestors Blend, More Money Blend, Momentum Blend, and they actually suggested using those three all together for about 2 to 3 weeks. So that would be Manifestors Blend, More Money Blend, and Momentum, using those all together. So I'm going to try it. So I thought, I was talking to my mom today, Susie. If you didn't figure that out, that's my mom. And she said, oh, you made those blends? Why don't you get on and talk about how to make them so everybody knows what they're doing today. So that's what I'm doing. So in the book, it talks a lot about the Buh Bye Baggage blend. So I'm going to read a little bit to you. So here's your little bedtime story for the night. Buh Bye Baggage assists you in releasing any kind of toxic people, places, or circumstances from your life. Right there. Can I get an amen? Everybody give me hearts and for that one, because how many toxic people do we need to release? I mean, just going through your Facebook feed, you're like, I really should just unfriend them. Don't unfriend them, maybe unfollow them. It's a good thing. Unfollow. The unfollow button is a good thing. Generally, we know what and who are healthy and nourishing to our lives. However, often we can become addicted to what is unhealthy for us. Chocolate? That's not part of this, but you know what I mean. It is Valentine's Day. This blend will help you identify the negative baggage in your world and create a desire to shed all that baggage for good. Doesn't that sound awesome? Just shed it for good. This is a very transformative blend that helps you in transition to a new way of being. So here's something that I want to talk about emotionally. When you drop the baggage of toxic people, toxic places, toxic emotions, there's a good chance you might lose some toxic weight. Thanks, Kristen. Thanks for the amen. You could lose weight. You could lose a lot of things that you've been trying to do for a long time. You've just been storing them, you know, like in your gut, in your hips, in your butt for a long time. Sorry, my mouth, I should have brought a big glass of water. So those emotions can get stuck someplace in you. So this, not only can this change how you think and feel in your heart, you don't even know how this can transition and transform you in those physical ways, because our emotions come out in physical ways. So I'm going to encourage everybody that if this is something that you're ready to dive into, you dive into it. So what's in the blend, okay? So there's Hawaiian sandalwood. And if you don't love Hawaiian sandalwood, oh my gosh, this oil alone is just, oh, it is delicious. It's so like, oh, it's just yummy. But what does it do? Because let's talk about what it does. It's not just what I love about it. Hawaiian sandalwood lifts your vibration and brings heightened spiritual awareness. This is the oil that will clearly identify the baggage in your life. So here's your ID tag. We're going to break this down. This one identifies the garbage versus the good stuff, because this is the good stuff right here. Hawaiian sandalwood. You're going to need 8 drops of Hawaiian sandalwood. So write that down. Our friend Frank. Frankincense. Another great oil that brings baggage to light. Many times awareness alone creates motivation to change. Frankincense boosts that awareness, because frankincense magnifies it all. It makes all the other oils work better. You're going to need 3 drops of our friend Frank. Cedarwood. Now, most of us think of this one for sleep and maybe some respiratory issues, but cedarwood helps identify supportive individuals in your circles who love you unconditionally. This is a cool oil because you need the people that are good for you around you when you're making transformation. Those are the people you need around you. And that's the kind of people you want to celebrate today with. Cedarwood, 5 drops. Cinnamon. Cinnamon, the epitome of empowerment. This oil helps you find your power and stand in your truth. This is a firecracker, man. This is a great oil. I love cinnamon. But you only need 1 little drop, because this is a powerful oil. Eucalyptus raises your standards. Isn't that cool? Raises your standards. So if anybody's ever said, hey, you need to raise your standards, well, then you need to start using eucalyptus. The quality of your life is determined by the standards you live by. So what standards are you living by? If you want better standards and you want a higher quality of life, start using your eucalyptus. You need 2 drops of eucalyptus. Lemongrass. Most of us think of this for pain, right? Pain, or maybe we freshen our bathroom with it. It's a cleansing oil. It helps you rid the spirit of toxic negative vibration. This was the one that releases all the baggage. And it helps you dump it and get it out of your life. So lemongrass sends it all away. And this is one you need 3 drops of lemongrass. Now I talked already that we needed melaleuca, right? Melaleuca helps create the boundaries, the necessary healthy boundaries that keeps parasitic relationships out and allows the closeness with the loving, supportive relationships and individuals that you need in your life. Parasitic relationships include those who take advantage, complain, or are emotionally and physically or verbally abusive. So if you want to get rid of those type of people, you need you want to set boundaries with those type of people, you need melaleuca in your life. What happens when you use melaleuca, just so you know, because this is one that I use a lot, you start using this and people just stop calling you to whine and complain. Their problems they just don't feel like they need to call you and tell you all about their bad day, all about how terrible and horrible their life is. They just seem to call someone else. And it's a beautiful thing for your life because it opens you up to better possibilities so that you don't have their baggage coming into your life and you can move on to the things that you want to do. It's a good thing. It releases that drama. Oh, I forgot one. Thyme. I didn't pull the thyme out. I left it sitting right over there. Thyme is the oil that, actually I think thyme might be back in the kids' bedrooms. Thyme is the oil that teaches us to forgive others, even your enemies. It is important to forgive because it opens you up to spiritual healing. Forgiveness is huge. You don't have to tell the other person that you forgave them. You need to just forgive inside yourself. They never need to know. This is one of those lessons that for me, myself, I had to forgive a few people, but I've never had to tell them, but I had to forgive for myself so that I could move on in my life. So I'm going to keep going. You can forgive and keep healthy boundaries at the same time. So I want to make that clear. It's not a forgive and forget kind of thing. You forgive and you heal. You forgive and you move forward. It's not that you move on. I don't want that. I don't want it to sound like you just go, oh, yes, oh, bless you, ha, 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 yeah, that's so awesome. No, you forgive, you release it with joy, and you say, I learned my lesson, I forgive you, and we're going to move forward. That doesn't mean that you continue to allow that behavior to happen, because that's what the melaleuca is for the boundaries, okay? So I just want to make that clear. White fur. Now, if you don't have white fur because it's no longer in stock, you can use Siberian fur. Siberian fur is a really good substitute for this, but white fur works too. And I have a ton of white fur because we didn't have Siberian fur for a long time, and I use a lot of Siberian fur now, but white fur is the best oil to break negative patterns, including codependent relationships, enabling and abusive relationships. Many of these negative emotional and spiritual patterns are taught to us by our parents and grandparents. So this is the oil of generational healing. So this one helps break all those negative patterns over and over and over. That you just say, well, I've always known this. This is always how it's been. This is always how it will be. No, it doesn't have to be that way. It can be different. You can make it different. You just have to choose to make it different. White fur, Siberian fur does that too. And then finally, one of my, I love this, sandalwood. All my favorite oils come in little bitty bottles because I'm expensive. I took a quiz on Lisa Ford. If Lisa Ford's on here, yes, I'm high maintenance. There's my earrings and my jewelry and my nails. You'll all laugh if you've been wanting Lisa's page. Douglas fir gets you excited to live life with healthy boundaries and high standards. Doesn't that sound cool? High standards, excited for life. Douglas fir. Douglas fir is an amazing little oil, and it smells amazing. So that's what Douglas fir is. So I kind of skipped over some of how many drops you need. So what do you need? You need a roller bottle. So I made this one today. So you need a roller bottle. You can do it in a 5 ml. I had 10 mils because I bought a whole case of these bad boys. So you can do this in a 5 ml. This is a 10 ml roller bottle, but this is this is a dropper, or this is to make a 5 ml. This is the result of a 5 ml. So you need 8 drops of sandalwood, 3 drops of frankincense, 5 drops of cedarwood, 1 drop of cinnamon, 2 drops of eucalyptus, 3 drops of lemongrass, 5 drops of melaleuca, 9 drops of thyme. Thyme's a big one, because if you go back, it's about forgiveness. Keep that in mind. 8 drops of white fir, because you've got to break those generational patterns, and 4 drops of Douglas fir to remember that you got to set your bar higher. And that creates, and then you top the rest of it off with fractionated coconut oil. Now, how do you apply this? It's really, really easy. You're not doing some crazy thing. So you put it on the inside of your wrist. You put it on the inside at the crease of your elbow. And you do it on both arms. You get to see all my paleness. Isn't this awesome? I live in Florida. I have no tan. So you just do this, and then you rub it down the back of your neck. And that's all she talks about. I want to add one thing that Annette posted today. And it was something that was talking about tapping. And tapping is just a method of kind of setting yourself up in a different pattern. And if you are, you can Google EFT or tapping or anything like that. And it's just a method to kind of reset negative thoughts. And one of the things that Deb Erickson, she's a really good life coach and a really good success coach, she said, whenever you start to think those negative thoughts and those negative things, which if you're trying to release if you're using Buh Bye Baggage and you're trying to get those out of you, you're going to want to start doing this type of tapping to kind of do this. So if you're trying to, lose weight, or you're trying to build doTERRA, or you're trying to be a better parent, you're going to want to start doing this tapping. And it's not going to look that funny, but you just start like right here where, you just kind of pick right over the eye where it's a little bit, you've got a little bit more meat, not right on the top of the forehead, but right over the eye. And you just tap in a quick manner. And it's got to be a hard enough pressure that you feel it, but not hard enough that you're going to end up needing deep blue over your eye, okay? And you just tap and you say things like, I've got this. I can do this easily. I can do a Facebook Live easily. I can release these negative people easily. Whatever that mantra is for you, find a way to make it happen. You can make it happen. Make this little blend. It's going to I think it's going to be easy. Follow it up, do this for about 2 weeks, see how you do, see how you feel, use this little tapping technique. And then, they say, what they suggested last night on the call is to do the more money, you know, for abundance, if you're looking for abundance, the More Money blend combined with the Momentum blend combined with the Manifestors blend. And you do those all at the same time. So if you have this book, you can take a look at that. But that's something that they suggested to me, and I'm going to try it. So I hope this has helped. I hope you guys I hope you have this book. It's an amazing little book. It's really cool. And it does smell good. So I will give you that. With the combinations of oils, some people might go, ooh, I wonder how it smells. It does actually smell really good. So I hope this helps. I hope you all have a great Valentine's Day and enjoy your evening. And if you have any questions, let me know. Put them in the comments or send me a message, and I will be happy to answer them. And you guys take care. Have a great night.